Hello, welcome to Group 6 T1's presentation. Our chosen organization is Glossier, and here is our agenda. So, Glossier, originally known as a personal beauty blog titled Into the Gloss, it's an American cosmetic company that launched in 2014 and was founded by Emily Weiss, an American businesswoman and CEO. Weiss tells Glossier's founding story as a platform to integrate makeup and skincare as a means of personal expression. This mentality to democratize beauty appeals to their millennial and Gen Z audience. Glossier is one of the first brands to have a direct-to-consumer e-commerce website, allowing them to establish connections directly with their consumer base and also extract data from them.
The letter titled To Glossier, a call for accountability and necessary change, included allegations of sexism and racism in the workplace. Despite portraying themselves as champions of diversity and inclusion, Glossier has a problematic workplace culture, resulting in the unequal treatment of women and people of colour. Workers face microaggressions through verbal harassment and having their complaints disregarded by management. Examples of these inclusivity issues includes when a black hijabi Muslim employee said that her manager rolled her eyes when she asked for leave to celebrate the festival of Eid. There were also instances where a manager routinely confused the names of employees of colour.
These discriminatory practices highlight the various forms of bias. More specifically, Glossier store managers who presented racist remarks showed individual bias. Glossier allowing this to happen shows institutional bias too. Furthermore, Glossier's initial success was built off the early feminist movements in 2010. So, positioning itself as disrupting beauty standards and claiming to be innovative, challenging competitors, and detesting the status quo of luxury while excluding their own workers perpetuates institutional bias and furthermore destroys Glossier's reputation and allure. And as a result, Glossier has suffered a drop in revenue, which is counterintuitive to the instrumental rationale they are currently following. This caused their key stakeholders to pull out and ignore the company entirely, overall forming competence signals that do not work. So Glossier needs to change. We propose implementing DEI programs and utilizing justice rationale to recover losses.
Internal strategies will target current employees, including various employee rankings from retail staff to management. Glossier's prime stakeholder is currently their customer base. This fact makes the current state of the company more concerning as the consumer base is not satisfied with its racist reputation.
In the highly saturated industry of makeup and beauty, customers must be convinced that companies not only have good products but are also ethical and inclusive. So, our strategies aim to show customers that Glossier is committed to racial equity, reduce criticism of tokenism and racist allegations, attract new customers, and also reassure existing ones that Glossier is inclusive, not dismissive. But first, what DEI programs work and don't work?
Youthforia released a dark shade which appeared closer to jet black than a real skin tone. This led to social media backlash as instead of inclusivity, they participated in tokenism. In response to this, Youthforia apologized eventually, acting as damage control, but it didn't attempt to change anything. Youthforia therefore had an unsuccessful attempt at DEI. Terre received criticism for the lack of foundation range they had. Unlike Youthforia, Terre expanded its range with 40 more foundation shades. This was led by consumer feedback. The brand engaged with diverse communities, showcased a wide variety of models, and developed Find Your Shade technology. Terre's usage of DAI and collaboration led to them becoming a successful example of diversity in cosmetic and beauty companies. The Think Now Inclusive Beauty Report in 2023 analyzed consumer values. They discovered that different skin tones, solutions, and dedication to diversity were in the top 5 of the most important factors in purchasing cosmetics and beauty products. Younger generations have expectations of companies to be diverse and produce products that align with multicultural and inclusive consumers. Without an inclusivity strategy, they have no growth strategy. As you can see in the first graph, almost 2/3 of executives in the beauty industry are men. This is a crazy statistic seeing as the consumer base for beauty products is women-dominated. The second graph looks at the ethnic diversity in leadership roles. More understanding leads to more inclusivity, but also leads to more sales. How do we approach this?
We've proposed 3 internal strategies. The first is training modules. Most workplaces require compulsory training for health and safety and product knowledge, so this will add on to an existing training regime. All employees will be required to complete online training modules on racism in the workplace. This will be done through showing video examples of unacceptable behaviours and practices, as well as assessment questions to test employees' understandings of the content. The module will also educate employees on appropriate steps to take if they experience or witness any of these behaviours. Employees will be encouraged to take action if they experience racism from managers or higher up corporate employees. Managers will also be required to complete a module that informs them on discrimination and the harms of these experiences on their employees, while also providing information on different cultures and how to incorporate and appreciate these differences in a team. This ensures DEI efforts go beyond quantitative diversity and values the inclusion of various identities and cultures within a company.
The second internal solution is the mentorship program, which consists of monthly paid workshops, regular social events open to all levels of staff. This program would empower employees from minority ethnic groups with the skills to lead success in Glossier, but also skills that will be transferable and universal throughout your career. The mentors would play a supportive role in advocating for employee growth and development. The strategy aims to shift current employee perceptions by showing that racial inclusivity is integrated, and also aims to show potential employees that Glossier is an attractive place to work because the company owns up to its mistakes and wants to continuously improve.
It is in Glossier's best interest to initiate a DAI team where staff will specialize in monitoring workplace environment and demographic. They will work closely with hiring managers to mitigate hiring discrimination. This team will also be responsible for incident reporting and support. This will include launching a 24/7 confidential digital form. Roles include DAI program manager, training coordinator, and data analysis. Support for affected employees will include counseling and flexible work options. This system may sound tedious, but ensures Glossier can proactively support their workers.
We've got 3 proposed external strategies, the first being the social media campaign. Engaging content is one of the top reasons why Glossier is so successful. It's also one of the most accessible ways to market the brand. The first concept hires controversial influencers to review Glossier stores and products. Why controversial ones, you ask? Employing the most controversial influencers means they will be brutally honest and critically analyze Glossier's rebrand. These will be calculated posts, always ending with positive messages, where the influencer will document their store experience with helpful employees that display genuine hospitality. The next part of our campaign will look like 3 slides that introduce a range of employees in relevant ways, and our communicative goal here is to give employees a platform to speak directly to Glossier consumers. If this goal is fulfilled, our demographic of previous fans or people that are still skeptical of Glossier's working conditions should feel that the brand is working towards positive social change and also perpetuating positive corporate experiences. The first slide, as seen here, will be a looped video that introduces the employee, things like name, interests, and looking for. The second slide will show the same employee using a Glossier product during a cultural event, such as Eid, Chinese New Year, or Chuseok, the Korean New Year. The last slide will be a looped video interview where the question will pop up on the screen. This will be done to show employee personality and uniqueness.
The final publication will be a formal video production. The inspiration is a fashion runway. A diverse range of models will walk, pose, and dance to instrumental editorial music. In the background, a voiceover says, "My face, my culture, my body, my lips, but better. Glossier, it's all you." The advertising campaign will also feature physical advertisements that are displayed at various locations, including bus stops, subway stations, and billboards. The advertisements will communicate the company's values and aim to target demographics that are not typically reached, such as older or younger people who are not on social media.
Another external strategy Glossier should undertake is publishing a biannual impact report. This will outline statistics of employee ethnicity and reported exclusionary incidents. It will also be the foundation for the mentorship and DAI team, because those initiatives are reliant on outcomes to measure if they are productive or not. The goal is to communicate to external stakeholders. Most importantly, it will outline organizational shifts driven by feedback and data. By making problems visible to the public, the company shows that it values progress over perfection.
We propose that Glossier's rebrand will be rolled out over a 12-month period, with new initiatives, strategies, and teams being developed that will become an ongoing part of the company. The impact report will be released to the public every 6 months to show transparency and accountability. The mentorship program will involve pairing underrepresented staff with leaders in the company. This initiative will take 2 months to develop and then become a continuous program. A new team will be set up dedicated to resolving DEI-related issues. It will take 3 months to create this team by hiring and training employees. This department will become a permanent fixture in Glossier's corporate head office. Another external-facing strategy is a social media campaign designed to reflect Glossier's employee diversity. This campaign will take 3 months to design, create, and execute. It will then be delivered in multiple parts over the course of 3 months. This will be complemented with physical advertisements. These two will go live over the same period. Training modules for all new and existing employees aim to educate on racism and will be delivered digitally. It will take 1 month to design and create the module and will be rolled out for new employees from month 2 onwards.
To conclude, Glossier will launch a rebrand through a bold, people-centered campaign where each external and internal solution is designed to support each other.
This campaign won't just speak to audiences, it will listen to them. This will allow Glossier to action continued revisement of the campaign where necessary.
Now is the moment for Glossier to lead with intention.
Every image, video, and narrative will reflect Glossier's belief that beauty is not one size fits all.
By inviting its community into the process and showing accountability at every step, the brand can reshape what it means to be inclusive in the beauty industry.